Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tooltip Tuesday. And I have a quick tooltip with you today that's okay. So basically, I've accidentally discovered this when I was working on my Throwback Thursday layout for my group. And it's actually a really good scrapbooking design trick. And it came to light while I was editing my video. And so I wanted to come to you to share it really quickly. So basically what happened was I had finished my Throwback Thursday soccer layout, which is right here, and I loved it while I was working on it. And I thought it was perfect. I finished my video and then I put my layouts on my desk, took them off my mat and put them on my desk to take pictures of them to add into my video. And while I had my layout sitting on my blue cutting mat, while I was designing everything, I thought it looked great. But then I took the pictures off of my mat for my video, and suddenly something felt off. The photos weren't popping anymore. The layout looked flatter. My pictures were kind of just blending in more, and it just didn't have that same wow feeling that I had had when it was on my table. And at first, I couldn't figure out what was going on and why that was. But then I realized when I was creating my layout, my eye was automatically seeing the blue mat underneath the page the entire time. So even though the blue wasn't technically part of the layout, my brain was still using it as a visual frame around my entire layout. And once I removed them from the mat and photographed it by itself, all of a sudden that contrast disappeared. So I went back in, I trimmed a 1/4 inch off of the edges. I added a blue border around the whole layout, and instantly my photos popped off again. And I was much happier with my layout again. It looked good. It looked complete. My eye knew where to go. It was perfect. So basically, this is actually a real design principle. When we photograph our layouts, what's happening is the camera flattens everything. So in real life, we naturally see depth, shadows, texture, sparkle, and layering. But in a photo, all of that compresses down into one flat image. So what that means is pictures that were popping out on our layouts can all of a sudden suddenly blend into the background more than we realized. That's why when we take a quick snapshot of your layout before you call it finished, that can be so helpful to you. The camera can help you see things differently. So here are a few of examples of things that you could look for when you are taking your picture. Are your photos standing out enough? Right? The whole purpose of scrapbooking for me is my heroes are the photos. My photos are the heroes of my layout. My customers hear me say this all the time. For me, if you don't see my photos when you look at my pages, then I have failed. That is always my goal, is for you to see my photos first and the embellishments and all the fun second. So are your photos standing out enough? Does your eye know where to look first, or are you kind of bouncing all over the place? Do your embellishments feel balanced? Are the colors blending together too much, or do you have a very good contrast? In this one, I have a lighter color, I have kind of a medium color, and then I have a darker blue color. Does the layout need a visual frame like mine did in this case? I had so much white on the outside that when you take that frame away, my pictures are just kind of floating all over the place. Your eye is not being drawn into your photos like they are when I add that frame on there. So, and that's basically, I needed to add the contrast. I needed to ground my layout. So sometimes the answer is adding contrast. Sometimes the answer might be moving an embellishment cluster. Sometimes it might be adding a border around your frame or around your layout, like I did here, just a little frame. But it's amazing what you notice once you see the layout in a photo instead of just sitting on it straight from your desk. So this is my challenge for you this week, especially if you're struggling on a layout. If you are struggling on a layout, take a picture of it, go take a little walk, come back, look at the picture, and the picture may help you determine exactly what's missing or what you need to add. Okay, so here's my challenge for you this week. Before you finish your next layout, I want you to take a quick picture first and see, do you spot any of the things that I mentioned? Is there anything missing from your page that still needs to be added, or did you nail it? I'm curious to know what you're going to find when you snap those photos. So that's my tool tip for today. Thank you for joining and listening. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.